Fisher House is a comfortable home where family members of a service member or a veteran can stay while their loved one's in the hospital being treated. They stay for no charge, they can stay as long as they need to, and it provides them a comfortable place to go back to at the end of a day that might be a tough day, or maybe it's a good day, but it's a day when a little bit of trauma is going on in their life, and we try to make it a little easier on the families.
Quite simply, a Fisher House is a home away from home. It's a place where families stay at no cost for as long as necessary to support a loved one who's receiving treatment in the hospital.
So we found out about Fisher House in 2014 when we got involved in something called the Warrior Games in Colorado Springs, and we learned about the mission of Fisher House and realized what a great organization it is, that we share some of the same values that they do as a corporation, and realized that we are kind of uniquely qualified to come alongside and help Fisher House.
United Rentals and the start of our partnership this year has already impacted so many Fisher Houses and Fisher House construction projects in a big way. Not only is United Rentals contributing to the construction activities with equipment rentals, the volunteering being done by United Rentals employees.
We had a well-rounded group of individuals. The 62 employees from United Rentals built a pathway here, did a lot of weed pulling and landscaping, and remulched the area. We cleaned up the area, washed the exterior windows, cleaned the inside from top to bottom. We hope to get this sidewalk done today and leave this place in a better shape than when we came. I think a lot of our employees understand that United Rentals does a great job of giving back to the communities that we work in, with a special focus on the heroes, the veterans and their families that have made the ultimate sacrifice. We felt like giving back is a great way to bring the team together, and it's what I've heard all morning long. Just best team building event they've been a part of, giving back to these heroes, and just been a great way for us for good camaraderie and for a special cause.
I'm the one that the families thank. They don't get to see United Rentals employees that have done the things to make this the place that it is. I get to be that face, and I get to see them being overwhelmed with seeing how much has gone into supporting them during their time of need. Just telling someone that, oh, they were very appreciative, they were thankful, is nothing compared to the look on their face when they walk in and they see it.
In 2011, our son was in the Marines in Afghanistan, stepped on an IED where he ended up losing both of his legs and multiple fingers.
13 weeks he was in ICU, and first 19 days on a respirator. There was only room for one of us, and there was 3 of us that were staying with him. And Fisher House came along and said that they had a place for us to stay. We had no idea what Fisher House was.
Nope.
We had saw some beautiful houses on base that we always wondered who lived there, and to find out it was going to be us.
Being able to provide a home away from home is what our mission is at the Fisher House program while they're encountering emotional and financial stress.
My son served in the Marine Corps and was injured in 2006 when he fell 110 feet from a helicopter. And the people at the Fisher House were incredible. Can't understand what it's like to go through this unless you've been through it yourself. But the people at the Fisher House do understand, because they're going through it too. So you do build a bit of community there while you're staying and enduring, and you go through the same ups and downs that everybody else does, and you're surviving. And it was an amazing, incredible gift during the darkest days of my life.
Just like Fisher House, we care about veterans, and we're big supporters of veterans and their families. Second, equipment's what we do. So we've actually provided hundreds of pieces of equipment to help build 7 different Fisher Houses across the United States.
At United Rentals, we really take pride in working with the military to hire veterans as they come out of the military world and move into the civilian world. So we've got employees from all aspects of our business, from mechanics, drivers, sales reps, and branch managers. Us being a part of that and having them as a part of our working community is very important to us.
This is definitely a company culture. This is one of the many things that United Rentals does to support our veterans. They also do events within the company. Job fairs, they set up veteran recognition days.
I spent 8 years in the U.S. Navy, served on board the USS Tarawa and USS Racine.
As I joined the Marine Corps straight out of high school, I was a combat engineer.
I feel very proud. I've seen what these soldiers have gone through and the damage that's caused by these wars.
Obviously, United Rentals being in the top 50 veteran-friendly employed companies, you're surrounded by a bunch of veterans all the time. And it's the closest organization I've found outside of the military that treats you like a family member, just like the military would. We do a lot of good things for the community. Just proud to be here and proud to see this being constructed.
The thing we need to remember is that every family has a story, and we help and we serve one family at a time.
I'm here today because my wife, she is 29 weeks pregnant. She was 16 weeks pregnant, her water broke, so she's been on bed rest ever since. She got admitted into Madigan about October 7th. Ever since then, we've been in the Fisher House. The way they support us really benefits not only my wife and my unborn son, but it also benefits me in a way because it gives me more time to have a better outlook on life. It gives me more time away from work and, dealing with the daily home, tasks and things like that, to actually sit down and think, okay, well, I have this on my plate. I need to, scoop this off or add this to it, So the Fisher House gives you that space and that room to breathe.
We have 65 Fisher Houses, soon to be 66. We expect by the end of 2016 to have 70 Fisher Houses in operation.
Fisher House has a bright future. There's always going to be a need to take care of veterans and their families, and they provide a vital service for them.
Volunteering in San Antonio, building Fort Bragg in North Carolina, and now right here in Long Beach, we expect to have the United Rentals equipment out on site in just the next couple of weeks. And then hopefully as this Fisher House gets started and you see it rising up out of the ground, we'll have United Rentals volunteers helping to make it happen.